They don't do anything. They won't come up with their own. They will just sit there and lay there and be lazy. And the moment you start rising, they'll be like, aha! You're not doing it right. Meanwhile, you ask them, can you do something? They won't come up with anything new, but they will tear you down. So stay in your lane, stay in your tunnel vision, and keep it going, keep it moving, because they won't fill you up, they won't do anything for you. That's one of the things you should be thinking about. They don't serve you because they have nothing to contribute to you. They don't feed you because they have nothing to give you to fulfill your extraordinary life. Don't pay attention to them. Never mind them. Okay? Never mind them, because they will continue to do this over and over. And the sad thing is, they don't think that they should change it. They will just continue doing it, thinking that they're doing right. Okay? So it's very important. Mediocre, every time mediocre criticizes, it is actually sitting in jealousy. And when it sits in jealousy, it's sitting in jealousy about your abundance life, your joy, your life of servitude to humanity, giving, loving, and being the best version of you that you could ever be. That's what mediocre is tearing down. And it's losing their own and not being able to go after this. And then when they sit and they say, I am miserable, I am sad, I'm not happy, you kind of wonder why. So when your haters are coming at you, don't mind them. Heck, pick up something and give you a good pat in the back, and then enjoy your day by either listening to good music to drown all that stuff that's coming at you, drown them out. Don't let it stay in here. I promise you, this brain or this mind of yours, it's expensive real estate. Yes, I said it. It's expensive real estate. Because what you put in here and you think about is what you become. So when you allow the haters to be in there and you ruminate on that, you start thinking about all the stuff they keep saying, you are wasting your time just as well. Let them be. Do not allow anything to occupy this expensive real estate. It is too precious. Your mind has too precious a space to be occupied by great things and great thoughts, not by your haters. What they do at you, what they say at you, what they come at you for does not matter. It does not fill you up. It does not do anything to you. Remember, in the last couple of episodes, I talked about your cup runneth over. The haters cannot add to your cup. Your cup is running over with blessings, with joy, with everything. They can't add to this. And haters, I am sorry to say this, but you can't take from them. You may criticize and be jealous of it and cut down and say all kinds of stuff. But you cannot take from their cup either. So stay in your lane, stay in your tunnel vision, and get it going. That's how you deal with the haters. That's how you deal with mediocre coming at you. Simple. To stay on task is the best you can do for yourself. And it's so joyous. And an example came in mind. This is how mediocre does it. There's a bear out there. And you have someone who has a gift to train the bear. And this person sees the bear in the wild. The two of them are watching. Mediocre is watching, and the extraordinary being, or the person with extraordinary life and extraordinary gifts, comes in contact with this bear and is able to calm this bear down and allow this bear to connect with them, communicate, and begin to teach and train this bear to perform in a circus. Now, this person with extraordinary ability, extraordinary talents and gifts, trains this bear to perform in front of people in a circus, do amazing things, dance. And they have a relationship where the bear trusts the extraordinary being to teach him. So they have this communication to work together, entertain people, bring joy to the stage, creating jobs. Mediocre will sit back and be look at this idiot trying to tame a bear. Look at this idiot. Constantly mocking this extraordinary man or woman who is training the bear to do extraordinary things. Meanwhile, mediocre saw the bear too. They both saw the bear. But mediocre was just laying there and said, I'm not going near that bear. That bear could be dangerous. Forget it. I'm not doing it. And then when the extraordinary person goes and does this, mediocre is standing up and saying, oh, and now that's the other thing. Mediocre ends up having more energy to criticize, tear down what is being done, what is being taught to the bear. You can't do it like that. That's not how this bear is done. Meanwhile, you ask mediocre, then you tell me how it should be done. They won't have a word to give you. They won't have a single way of you doing it right. But they will sit there and say, you're not doing it right. That's not how it's done. Meanwhile, it's never been done. You're just doing this on your own gifting. But mediocre stands there and mock, tears down. And when you ask, okay, then tell me you have something better in mind. Well, no, I don't have anything, but I know what you're doing is not working. That's how you know mediocre is at play. And that's how you know you're doing the right thing, Mr. or Mrs. Extraordinary. So keep it moving, keep it going. Nothing will stop you. Now I'm going to move to the next topic. The next topic is when you love someone and they don't want you. Rather, they want to walk out of your life. No matter what you do, I will plead with you right now. Do not beg or plead with that person to love you, because they will not change. I'm serious. They will not change. They will not change their heart or their mind about you. If they do tell you that they've changed, here's what it means. Don't buy it. That's number one. Don't buy it that they claim to you that they've changed and decided to change their mind to love you. Don't buy it, because they have, rather what they've realized is this. You have given them permission to use you, to treat you like a doormat and take advantage of you. That is what you do when you beg them and then they say, okay, fine, you've convinced me, I changed my mind. Don't buy it. It's a lie. They didn't change their mind or their heart. The mind and the heart doesn't change like that. If they made up their mind they don't want you, they don't want you. Don't beg them. Otherwise, you give them a permission and literally breaking down your own boundaries, saying, it's okay, take advantage of me. That's one of the most painful things I watch people do, and it breaks my heart for them. So don't give them permission to treat you like a doormat. Do not give them permission to treat you like you don't matter. And do not give them permission to use you. but this is what you should rather do. Let them go. Let them walk out of your life. They're doing you a favor. I know it doesn't look like it. I know it doesn't feel like it because you're hurting and you're feeling like, oh, this is so painful. But let them go. They're doing you a favor. If you had all that love and that beauty and that grace, that peace within you to give them, and they don't want it, they don't deserve you in the first place. Let them go. Please, brothers and sisters, let them go. I love you enough to say this truth to you. Let them go. That's what you should do. Let them go. Let them walk out of your life, because once they do, there will be a vacant space left in your own life to allow the right person that you deserve to love you, the right person who can handle your love. You see, when you come with all the cup runneth over love to someone who doesn't understand it, who doesn't believe it, who doesn't even love themselves, I promise you, they cannot receive it because they don't know what to do with it. They don't recognize it. They will not. So rather, let them go and leave the space vacant so that the right person who also recognize love, who recognize that beauty you have within you and that beautiful love you're willing to give, to come into your life to fulfill that space. Okay? It's very important you realize this. The person who deserves you will come and give you the love that you deserve. Okay? The next thing you should do is this. You do not have a placeholder. Don't keep them there. When you decide to keep them there and beg them and they claim that they've changed their mind, that they're staying, and then like I said, it's you giving them permission. What you have then created is they become a placeholder. They don't want you, and you've begged them to stay, and they claim they've stayed because they've changed their mind, which is not true. They then become a placeholder. That's all. They have nothing to offer you. They're not giving you anything. You keep giving, and they don't do anything with it. They just don't offer anything. They don't reciprocate that. They don't join you in that. They become a placeholder that blocks the right person from coming in. And it's so funny that when I hear people do this. When you have a placeholder, and then you're asking the universe to grant you the love that you want and deserve, my question to you is this. Why do you do that? What is your purpose for doing that? Are you saying the intelligent source in the universe cannot tell that you have a placeholder and then ask you for another? When you do that, you contradict yourself. And when you contradict yourself like that and create confusion, there would always be confusion because the universe will not bring you a new one that deserves you. And you deserve the love that you have within you, and then be able to attract that will not come because you have a placeholder. There's a placeholder in place. So let me explain this to you. Love will not come where there's hate. The placeholder is hate because that person doesn't want you. If they don't want you, they don't love you, what do they have? Hate for you. When they hate you, they will use you, create you as a doormat. How do you invite love into that space? Love will not come. Love will only would allow themselves to be invited into a space if there's love. That's it. Not a placeholder for hate. love will not feel comfortable